Oh,
Okay, now it's
yes.
recording.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Welcome to today's first episode of The Talk, where we're
Wait,
gonna
hey,
do debating. Yeah, I call it The Talk.
you call it the talk? You couldn't think of a better name for that? Oh my god, this is how you have to a great start.
Okay,
Oh,
so first topic is, was Benedict Arnold a good guy or a bad guy?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just clarify. His last name wasn't Arnold. His last name was Benedict, and his first name was Luke. He was Luke the
Oh my
goat.
God, no.
No. Okay, Benedict Arnold. Was he a
All
traitor?
right, so,
Was
Yes.
he right to?
wait, you're thinking of the guy who has the eggs Benedict named after him, right? Or
Yes.
Yes.
He's a traitor, 100%.
I
And
mean,
Nope.
yes.
He's
Okay.
not a traitor.
Let me clarify. Was he bad? Was he wrong for being a traitor for America, or was
he
he
did it
right?
for money, so not really. But he
He
is still a
didn't
traitor.
actually do it for money.
He
Yeah,
didn't
he
do it
did.
for money.
He
No.
did it for promotion and for money.
No.
Historical context. He left because everyone kept blaming the losses of the American wars, some American battles, on him, and it got to the point where he just couldn't handle it, and then he left
That is
and
not
basically sold
true
out America.
at all. Check your sources.
Okay, this is what happened.
He's very famous
So
for
in
being
Pennsylvania,
he
no,
won the
this,
Battle of Lexington. He's very famous for that.
okay, but what happened was that in Pennsylvania, whenever they first got back, they kept saying that he was, I think, doing bad stuff to the women. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go
And,
into that.
but then
But anyway, look,
you're not
anyway,
even sure about that point, though.
no. Okay,
Check
he
your
raped
facts.
women. That's what they kept saying. He raped women. But then what happened was George Washington said on his behalf, no, he was right. He didn't do anything wrong. But people kept doing that. So he got to the point where it annoyed him to death. So he just resigned.
Look, he did it for money, guys.
He did not do it
And
for money.
look, I will share my screen right now. He did it for money,
I'm not gonna let you share your screen. This is a debate. This is a historical context video.
but he did it for money.
He didn't do it for
I
money.
mean, I don't know. about you
10,000
guys, but I think-
pounds.
Okay, wait,
Hey, let
let
Nick
me talk.
talk.
Yeah, I think he did it for money. And if he did it for money and if it wasn't for any other reason, I personally would still betray. Like, I would betray you guys for like 15 bucks. Are you kidding me? Like, imagine 10,000 back then. That's like $1 million now. So, like, yeah, I would betray you guys for like that money.
Guys, I know wars. You guys know cultural history. And I'm
Um,
telling you, he did it for money, did it for promotion.
But how much of it was propaganda? Just saying.
Well, the History Network says 10,000, and it's
Pick your sources, Julian.
what?
Pick your sources.
This is mine.
History.com.
Anyway, we're not gonna be doing any more historical battles because we're just gonna go into the history and whether
But
it's
wait,
right or
what's the
wrong.
point of debating if no one
So
wins the debate?
instead, we're gonna go switch to the second topic.
Wait,
was
what did
right?
you say,
Nah,
Omar?
nah, nah.
Omar, you never actually
That-
make your point. Did he do it because of women? Did he do it for money? Or did he
He
do
did
it
it for women.
Well, me and Nick
That-
think monies, so we're
Wait,
technically
let,
money right.
let Nick talk. Wait.
Wait, I'm asking
Alright.
what your opinion was, though.
All right, so to get an actual debate question, right? Since that's what this is based off of. What would you guys like? What would it take you to betray your friends? I already said I'd do it for 10 bucks.
Friends or a nation?
To betray my friends.
Nothing. Their name was Omar.
mean-
Automatically.
Julian, you have no friends.
I
Yeah, I want to betray my friends.
I
got
wouldn't
two
betray my
standards.
friends unless they did something bad to me.
Yeah, I mean,
So then
Julian,
what would it take you to
What?
betray your friends then?
I would not betray them. I have standards.
okay.
But if they do
I'd
anything
only
wrong,
betray
I
my
support.
friends. I'd only betray
Omar.
my friends or turn my back on them if they did something bad to me.
What would be considered bad to you?
Sell me out. I don't know, talk bad about religion, stuff like that.
Okay, so in my opinion, I would say I would not select my friends or anything like that because I have standards.
No.
Also, how do you, question. Also, wouldn't that be hypocritical to say that you wouldn't sell out your friends, but then say after they did something wrong, you would instantly sell them out?
not
Hey, isn't
selling
that a
out.
little bit hypocritical?
I never said that. It's just an eye for eye. So if like they
But you know
hit
what
me, I'm gonna hit them back the same way they hit me. So something
But
like
like, didn't you just say that you wouldn't do that, and then now you're saying that you're gonna do that?
I mean,
if they started it, then yes. If it's a complex topic.
okay,
Clearly.
it's basically like the golden rule. You wouldn't like people doing bad things to you if you did bad things to them. So instead, just be
Yeah.
nice to each other. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, but if we're gonna do the golden rule and play the Christianity card, one of the things that Jesus Christ said is to like turn the other cheek, and if someone slaps you, you let them slap you the other cheek as well. So like, the golden rule doesn't really apply in this case. You can easily
I really
destroy
don't
that
know
argument.
about that.
Yeah, I know, but like if you're gonna like golden rule is notoriously Christian, like as a Christian concept is associated with Christianity, and then another principle is like turn the other cheek and let them do it. So like by saying that like yeah, like obviously no one wants to get like treated badly, but like you also, would like turn the other cheek just based on like the rules of your religion, depending on the religion, obviously.
I agree
Well-
with Nick. He makes a compelling argument. We're all terrible people deep down inside.
Julian, I really want to know what psychological factor made you agree with what Nick just said.
Well, see, I'm not a risk taker, so I wouldn't do anything. Nick knows. He saw the test results. He knows. I took this online test or whatever, and I got 0 for risk taking. Like,
Yeah, we
if I
did-
tried to
yeah.
do that, I wouldn't get that score. It's pretty funny.
Yep. For those of you
Okay.
who don't know what we're talking about, we did an anagram test, and it was like shaped in the Pentagon to where it's like risk taking, creativity, like brains, stuff like that.
I was
And
very low on
when-
everything.
Yeah, Julian had like a score of 16, which if you're not familiar, that's like psychopath, like low, like it's ridiculous, and he had 0 for risk taking. He literally
Yeah.
was not considered a
Okay,
risk taker.
pause for 1 second. We're probably gonna have to make multiple zooms because I only have a 40-minute factor on this. And yeah, I think this each one of you guys have a specific point of view. We can't actually change another person's point of view, so technically
Well, I mean,
this isn't a debate, it's
you-
more just of a
Arguing.
conversation.
well, I mean, you can change someone's perspective. You can.
Why don't we just take a vote and see if
And
we
also
can tie or
like-
not?
We're gonna
Uh,
tie.
Benedict Arnold. Who? What?
I mean, it's gonna be split 50-50.
Thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up for saying that he was wrong. Thumbs down for saying he was right.
He wasn't wrong. We're just arguing over the motive. The motive.
Wait,
is
why are we
money.
doing thumbs down?
What?
Get with the program, Omar.
Wait, what? What's thumbs up and down again?
You thumbs up, Omar. You agree with thumbs up.
No, seriously, what?
Thumbs down means that he didn't do anything wrong. Thumbs up means that he was wrong.
Okay,
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa. That's different. Like,
That's
he
no.
did
That's what I
wrong.
said.
Like, he technically did betray the country. It's pretty wrong, but like, not kind of villainy though.
Yeah, like,
Also,
was he justified? That's
Yeah,
basically the
more
question.
better. Right?
Thumbs up if he wasn't, thumbs down if he was. I think he thumbs down. He was completely justified. He did it for money. Like that's the greatest motivator.
I mean, I think that he did it because people were annoying him to death, which goes back to would you sell out your friends? And yes, I would.
Yeah, everyone would. People say that like people who say that like they don't know what they do or they know exactly what they do in a situation. So it's like, would you save the world for like $1 billion, or would you kill everyone for like $10 trillion or something like that, or like everyone that's not family members? Everyone would be like, oh no, it's like you can't put a price on a human life, but like no one really knows what they do unless they're presented with the situation. You know what I mean?
This just got very philosophical.
Yeah, I'm like, if it's a life or death
Whoa.
scenario, I'll probably let you guys die. Sorry.
in all honesty, I probably wouldn't sell out my friends, even with.
No.
a lot of
Let's
money.
say you had to pick between your brother or Nick. Which one would you pick?
Nick.
Wait, what?
Okay, if you're to pick between, okay, what exactly? Because you never specified.
Okay. Yeah, you only said one person.
Dave. Oh, then Omar.
Yeah, okay. See,
Bro.
you just sold out your friend for your family. That's a simple scenario.
Okay. I'm just gonna ignore what you just said, Julian.
Okay, guys,
That's
just the
just
more
the
important.
weirdest
Whoa,
thing.
whoa, whoa. The more important question for me and Nick: which twin would you save? Would you say Abdullah or would you say Omar? I'm asking you, Nick.
Wait, is this for me or for?
For you, would you say your no
For the
answer?
simple fact that I
Everyone,
want to have, for
Which
the
one?
simple fact that I want to have an A in a presentation project, I would choose Omar. I would save Omar.
Okay, Omar.
Just for the grade.
Now your turn. Would you save yourself or would you save your brother?
Honestly,
Ooh.
out of instinct, I'd probably save Abdullah.
Okay. Abdullah, same question.
I don't know. I probably would. We're probably both gonna die because I'm just gonna freeze up.
I mean, this goes back to fight or flight. There's actually a third one called freeze, and in a given situation, you will freeze up, and that happens sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
that goes back to Toy Story. They freeze. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
I guess the Abdullah freezing.
Also, Julian, the question goes back to you. Which one would you say?
Abdullah. No question.
Wait, what's your reasoning for that?
Abdullah.
Yeah, what's the reasoning for that?
Because he's not Omar.
No, seriously, like there has to be a real reason.
Nick doesn't
No,
have a
that
real
is a real
reason.
reason.
I mean,
There's
at
no
least
real
Nick
reason.
gave
I
a
said my
reason.
Honestly, I think he would hate me less if I saved you. Saved him. Probably. I don't know. I'll probably flip
Okay.
a coin.
Well, obviously,
Honestly, I would flip
obviously
a
he'd
coin.
hate you less. He'd be dead.
What?
You froze up, Nick.
Oh. Well,
Oh, I said obviously he'd hate you less. He'd be dead.
you know what? I'll just flip a coin and you guys can call it. Whoever calls it right wins.
In 5 minutes, I'm gonna be starting the next debate topic. I already got a list over here, so like, I'm good.
Guys, Rebels or Clone Wars?
Oh my god.
Clone
I'm
Wars.
gonna say my next
Clone Wars,
topic
yeah,
in
Clone
5
Wars.
minutes, Julie.
Boo.
Oh, also, I forgot to introduce Nick. This is Nick Hobbs. He has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link it down below.
Yeah, put it in the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably gonna be like 2 hours long. I'm just gonna say no one's gonna watch this.
Hours.
Oh no, trust me. If you promote it well enough, people watch it. You can easily get over 100 views.
Yeah, I
It
saw
just
your
depends on who
debates.
you promote. Yeah.
Your debates do better than me gaming. You should just focus on your debates.
What do you mean?
Like your debates get hundreds of views, almost 200, while your gaming videos only get 20 at max.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but that's because I promote the stream. I promote the debate. Like everyone promotes it, and it's people who like you wouldn't expect to be on it. So like Kinley and like Matthew and Daniel, like most people know them very well, but like they wouldn't expect those people to be on and share their opinion and get into these deep talks. You know what I mean? So like people.
Well, I
tune
don't
in to
really
listen to
know
that.
any of them.
Also, Nick, what are you eating? What brand?
Coleslaw. It's generic brand. Well, I have my Metallica deli station over here.
Okay, I'm just gonna end this one, and I'm gonna be sending you a new link shortly.
Oh,
Okay. So the next debate, the next topic is gonna be who's correct in the Sokovia Accords, Captain America or Iron Man?
Uh-oh.
wait, can I ask? Could you present the two sides so the people who don't know what we're talking about could like understand it?
Basically, the government's
Wait. Just-
superhero activities.
Okay, basically what happened was, very basic, background.
Actually, government regulation.
Wanda basically couldn't hold in a bomb, and basically blew up a whole building in Nigeria.
Wait, whoa. Wanda didn't blow it up. Crossbones blew it up.
He couldn't hold it. He couldn't
It's
contain
not
it.
her fault. It's not her fault that Crossbones suicide bombed him.
Okay, I'm just giving the basic facts. I'm not going in depth.
But here's what really happened.
Okay, no.
It all started in black.
This caused a whole bunch of people to get really angry.
Just explain the Sokovia Accords. That's all I gotta do. Don't go in depth about the movie.
Okay, Sokovia Accords. bad guys. No, the world wants to control superheroes because then they can limit whether they destroy property and lives and stuff.
Limit
The
casualties.
description. I'll do it better. The Sokovia Accords. Basically, the UN wants to control superheroes and have them all identified, masked, unmasked, and registered into the database. Bada bam.
Kind of like
Oversimplification
mutant.
of events, but yes.
Wait, Dad.
Did you not get that reference, Julian?
I can't hear you guys. Speak
Uh,
up.
I said oversimplification of events, but yes.
I was gonna ask if I cleaned your spot. Hey, wait, Dad. Did I clean Mom's spot, or is there still stuff on it?
Okay, I'll just mute Nick for now.
So what happens this? Okay, so who was right? Captain America or Iron Man? Captain America said that no, superheroes should not be registered with the government because they have their own agendas and it could
Well,
cause
he
them
was
to
more
go to
Captain
war.
America. It was more like, hey, what if the government doesn't allow us to to interfere and save people, and then that because that interference people die. That was more his standpoint.
And
He didn't really care about being unmasked. Like he worked. He's a veteran in World War II. Like he was unmasked all the time.
yeah, and Iron Man was like, no, we need to work for the government to limit our destruction because he destroyed a whole bunch of lives.
Which is like, okay, here's my thoughts, right? I think that they're both right to an extent,
Yes.
but I lean more towards Iron Man because of the fact that like everyone, like he felt every death more than Captain America did, whereas Captain America lived in a war. You know, Iron Man doesn't live for war; he lives to save people. And every time he loses a life, it has more impact to him. So Captain America wouldn't really understand it because he's surrounded by people getting blown up by bombs like every day. So like, yeah, that's
And
my thoughts at least.
especially in Avengers 1 when he's like, have you ever lost a soldier? And Iron Man just got all angry at him. So I guess Nick has a point in that point.
Yeah.
Iron Man was correct.
I agree with Captain America because if the government's evil, like let's say Hydra comes back and takes over the UN, then what if some really poor country that needs help won't get help? Then you're screwed.
Yeah,
Or
but
the help
they knew that it.
side.
Yeah, but the UN's made out of like 50 billion countries. Like, to have for all of them to be corrupt, it seems pretty dumb.
I mean,
Hydra?
there's like you have to
Hydra
think
can
about
come
it.
back
There's a
and
few.
Hydra
wait,
in
wait,
Shield,
wait. Guys,
which is
guys,
one
guys.
small
Let
government
me,
branch
guys.
in the US only. They weren't that widespread.
Okay, I'm saying that you have to think about it through all of history. There are wars that the people who went in there were wrong, like the Vietnam War. How many people died? And all the
Don't-
soldiers that were affected from it.
um,
and-
Are you
um,
looking for an exact
different,
number, or are
though.
you just asking that?
or-
No, I'm just giving a basic overview.
But
like,
see,
there's-
that's
Oh, oh.
America though, because that's the UN sending in troops.
No,
oh yeah,
that
yeah,
was-
right.
That would support
wasn't-
Captain America.
Well, yeah.
Um,
it's-
Captain America was fearful that the UN would not allow them to go and help people. But in the Vietnam situation, the UN put soldiers there in the first place.
Not
Was it
really.
the
the
UN
US
or was
did
it
by
America?
themselves.
Because
It was
America
the
was by
UN.
themselves.
No,
UN?
there was no you.
Russians. See, the Russians support the Viet Cong. The UN, the French, and the British kind of threw a mixed bag of soldiers.
The
at Vietnam.
UN is with the Russians. They're all together. The
The
big five
UN
were.
is not with Russia. Russia right now is
Yes.
communist. They hate communists during the Vietnam War. That's why they sent troops to Vietnam so communism wouldn't spread.
No, but the big five in the UN is France, Britain, America, Russia,
There are more.
and,
Russia's not in the UN. Soviet
yes,
Union
and China. Yes.
in the
United
1950s.
Nations, not NATO. NATO's completely different from the UN.
I know. Well, there's the Warsaw Pact, NATO, and the UN.
The UN is all of them together. It's
Not every country is in the UN though.
Yes, it is.
Not,
Okay,
not
maybe
every
not
country.
all of them. Like, let's say Transylvania is not actually officially recognized country, so it's not part of the UN.
Okay, let's just go back to the debate. I think that Captain America was right because, like, there are people all across the world that need help, and if there's restrictions on going to those sectors because of diplomatic reasons, that shouldn't be a real, response to those claims. I can't
Like,
go there
didn't he use
because
the
there's
Vietnam
some
War
because
as
there's some treaty that's over there saying I can't go. That should be a real answer. So they should do whatever they want because then they can save as many people as possible.
but that seems very similar to what the UN did for Vietnam. All I'm saying.
Just saying.
Okay, most likely what will happen was that the Russians got angry and left, so then they wouldn't have been able to vote for the UN intervention in Vietnam. That's the most likely outcome, but I don't think the
We don't
UN.
know
I
that
think
though. But it's all speculation.
I saw Mr. Bendick's live stream back last year, so I'm
Like, you
pretty sure
just said
that's
you
what
didn't know
happened.
for sure. Either you know for sure or you don't know.
Okay, let's see what Nick thinks.
Wait, about the I remember. Okay, so like right, so like I think you brought up a point, but it's like they could save more people, but at the same time, look at what happened with Ultron. He invited them basically right there so that he could kill more people right in front of their face and basically try and wipe out the earth. Like them being there, like it's mentioned multiple times. The idea of the Avengers invites challenge. You know what I mean? Like their presence as the strongest force on Earth invites challenges from other worlds who know them. You know what I mean? Because you got Thor, the God of Thunder. You
Is
got
Nick
Captain
muffled?
America.
I can barely
those-
hear him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I can still hear
Oh,
him.
you can barely hear.
You're much
Alright,
better.
but
now.
like, I don't know. Oh yeah, all right. But like, I don't know because it's like you bring up like you bring challenges by having them on the planet. You know what I mean? And so by having them like all go to one area to try and save as many people, you also invite the possibility that like someone plans for that, and then all of a sudden, bam, they use that attack. You know, like so like Ultron. If you remember that, how he like lifted up a whole rock to try and kill everyone on the planet because he knew that the Avengers were going to be there. So he wanted to see them like fail in front of his eyes. Like someone like that or something like that happening, that would be the catastrophic. And it's like the idea of the Avengers brings challenge. So I think that Tony is right in the sense, like obviously I think Captain America is right to an extent. Like they should be able to go and help people, but there should be like they should have to think it out. They should have to like reason it out. Like, is this right move? So like you don't want to go to like a place where there's only gonna be like 100 people die versus like a city of New York where there's a threat going there. You know what I mean? Like you have to balance it out, even though it might be not right. You should have to balance it out. I think that's what Tony Stark wanted, and Iron Man wanted. That's why I think he's right because he was looking for balance.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, you do bring up a lot of good points, but I still stand by the point that you should save as many people as possible, no matter the cost.
Honestly, I'm confused
like,
by
it
your
bring-
point, Omar.
No, like it brings up the question: would you to save 100 people, would you sacrifice one of them?
No, just the train analogy. The
The
train
trolley
can go
situation.
two ways. It can save one person, or you can save five people. Which way do you want to go?
It depends on like with your point about the 100 or one. It depends on who the one is. If the one is Iron Man and the 100 is just a bunch of random people that work at Marvel, yeah, obviously you're sacrificing the people at Marvel, bro. Like they're just getting yeeted out the board. You'd rather have Iron Man than those guys. But like if it's just one civilian versus 100, you'd obviously take the 100, which in this case would be like Lagos versus like New York. You know what I mean? Like
Or I'll
that's
just be
like
And Iron Man eventually took Captain America's advice whenever he sacrificed his life to save the world, sacrificing one soul for the rest of the universe.
That's
But
different
this
from
is-
the trolley situation.
yeah,
Trolley
that's different than the
situations, you
Sokovia
can't
Accord.
sacrifice yourself. You gotta pick between other people's lives, and sacrificing yourself isn't a variable in that scenario.
Yeah, but like I think that that's different than the Sokovia Accords because Sokovia Accords is about should they go there or be allowed to go there or not, whereas that is would you be willing to do the sacrifice? Would you be willing to do the ultimate thing? This brings up a good point, right? This is a good point. Do you guys think that I don't personally believe that? No, I think he would have done it every time. But like the Tony Stark sacrifice, do you think that that was the only reason that the 1% thing worked? You know how like Doctor Strange watched 14,605 outcomes, and then he saw like only one victory. I personally don't think that it was Tony Stark's sacrifice that made that one chance, because I find it hard to believe that like out of 14,605 outcomes, that's the only one that he was willing to sacrifice himself in. Like he's not that selfish, bro. I don't think anyone is that selfish.
No, I think
Well,
that
there's been a lot of
out of
very
all, no,
close
wait,
second after
Julie,
that.
wait. Out of all of them, I saw a video on this. The most likely reason is that Doctor Strange and all of them tried to protect the stones, except the universe that he tried to keep Tony alive, where he traded the stone for Tony's life. That's
Because he
why
told,
the universe won.
Thanos, I'll give you the stone if you spare Tony's life, which means he obviously saw that that was the only way. Otherwise, he wouldn't have given the stone or told him spare Tony's life.
Well, see,
I
that's not
personally,
the only way though.
yeah, I'll let
like-
Julian talk. I'll let Julian talk.
So basically, he only saw like he ran out of time before they pulled him out. So there's infinite possibilities. And
Yeah,
from the
you're right
infinite
about that.
he only saw the first 14 something numbers. Like he didn't see the 15th or the 60,000th or whatever million. Like plus
Yeah,
there could be
you,
some
you bring up a point
variation.
about that. He did pull him out of it.
Like there's also different universes where let's say I slap Omar, and there's another universe where I don't slap Omar. Yet both Iron Man exists and sacrifice himself to save the world. It's just
I mean,
Such
no, he's
variation.
not. He's not looking at every single small change. He's looking at the big changes. Like,
well,
what
see,
if?
isn't that the point though? Like if there's like 30 billion universes and only small changes, and there's 30 billion universes where they win.
I mean, you also have to think about it. He's not looking at every single one. Like, what if he hesitated and then went to the left instead of just going to the left? That I don't think he's looking for those. I think he's looking for the overall end game of each universe and seeing which one actually helped which one made them survive.
I personally, here's my thoughts at least. I personally think that the only one that they won is the one that Thanos changed the goal. And I saw this in a video and they explained it well.
Yeah.
So basically, right, like he beforehand wanted to wipe out half of the universe, right? And he only changed that once he saw that his goal was fulfilled and that no matter what he did, he was going to win. That's why he said, I am inevitable, because he's like, or why the future one, or I guess the past one. I don't know. The whole time loop thing was like really weird. But like the Thanos that came to the present, he was the one that like, he thought that he was going to win no matter what. And so he wanted to wipe out all the universe once he realized that they didn't love him as much as he thought he would. Which again, if you're gonna make the wish, make it like where there's infinitesimally like a 4 times increase in all the supplies and all the space and all that stuff,
That's exactly what
and
I
like
thought.
keep the population like you can't just like increase everything. Like you have to wipe out half the universe.
Like
Like
you can just expand. You can make the size of the universe double, so it's technically as if you're cutting half of the population.
yeah, or like
then-
increase everything else. Yeah, like increase everything except for the population.
See, that doesn't solve the problem though. People don't learn from overpopulation. They don't try to maintain the order. Like
You have the stones though. You can literally snap as many times as you need to.
Yeah.
but each snap kind of crippled Thanos though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Also,
just go,
there's
you just
technically
give it
two
to your son or
universes
something
where they
like
win.
that.
What?
There's 2 universes where they win.
What was the second one?
The one where Thanos died.
Oh
He
yeah,
got
the
sent to
one that they
future.
won in the.
I mean, technically, there was no
Oh.
battle against Thanos, so they didn't win. They just never had to go up against them.
Well, yeah, he doesn't go with the stones. There's a universe where there's a Thanos-free universe. And-
Yeah,
where the-
obviously.
yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, but then what happens if like Iron Man became Thanos? Anyhow, yo, did you guys? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Omar pointed this out. The blade that he had, that was from the Thanos copter.
Yeah, that was where Thanos comes.
That was so funny. You remember the comic
Rat.
bit when he lost? Yeah, when
Add
he
a
lost
picture
the-
over here, like over here. I'm gonna add a picture of the Thanos copter, and now
And then show them the picture of the comic strip where it's like he drops the time stone or something like that, and he just says "drat." Like, how do you just drop the stone? Like, that's one of the most powerful things in the universe, and you just drop it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Star-Lord drops it.
You literally drop it in the middle of like New York or something like that. Like, how are you gonna do that? Oh man, the Thanos copter, bro. That was so. I thought you guys were trolling me when you said that was a genuine thing.
Okay, I'm gonna share the picture now.
All right, yeah, let's see this. Oh man. Yeah, he literally just drops it. Sire, we've dropped the stove. Drat. Oh man, and show him the Thanos copter as well.
Now
Okay,
you're
I'm
just
gonna-
crying over spilled milk.
Oh man, that was so funny.
Yeah, here's the Thanos copter.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Hey.
Is it loading?
It's loading.
Good. Dude, your internet's so
Where is it?
slow. Oh, there you go. You pulled up the picture of the actual blade. You didn't pull up the picture of the Thanos copter itself. Wait, hang on. Is this the Thanos copter?
Okay, here.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
That was from the
It's so-
comics, so
It's so stupid, but it's so real at the same time.
Okay,
Top
we're
10
going
image-
to the next. Go to the next.
okay, next topic. Should homework be banned forever?
No.
No.
Yes. Wait,
It's annoying, but that doesn't mean it should be banned.
It helps you learn.
okay, the reason why I say yes, it should be banned is because look at Finland. They have the smartest students in the world, and they only have 2 hours of home. They only have 2 hours of school, and they don't even have homework.
Well, see, that's the
Well-
difference between like if you see, you could take the harder classes. You could take AP and IB, and get like straight B's the entire time.
That's just American.
Or here, this is my scenario. Or you could just take regulars the entire time and get hundreds and be technically smarter on the scale.
No, that's
Which
not what I'm
that's so
saying. Like
stupid.
they are
Exactly.
smart. They're equal to Japanese kids
How do you know?
because everyone knows this. Finland and
It-
Japan have the smartest kids.
Hey,
hundreds and all regulars. That's impossible because they Klein ISD does like a scaling where if you get a 4.0, which is a regulars class, so
Yeah,
times
but you know
all
what?
this stuff.
Colleges don't care about scales. They just stick to the one scale.
Yes,
they
they,
don't.
do. They do.
nah, you can have like a.
They look at your
I've seen
class.
people who have like
there's-
2.2
there's way-
GPA
no-
and still get accepted in places.
There's weighted GPAs, and there's unweighted GPAs. You know what your colleges look at? They look at the unweighted.
Yeah, because that's not ours is weighted.
Yeah, but they look at your
Yeah.
they
They
look
look,
at
they
what's it
look at
called?
unweighted. They
Your
look at,
class rank as well.
Oh my gosh, there's so many issues because it's on Zoom. Oh man.
No, Omar.
What
just
is
Oh, wait,
stop.
oh. He real life glitched and he actually glitched in real life. Oh, there he goes.
Omar, talk. What's your point?
Omar, speak.
can you hear me?
Speak if you're alive.
Yes.
Yes, we can
Oh, yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
Okay. So that one obviously didn't go very well.
You-
Okay,
you
this
can
is
say
a good one. I think this is gonna be a good one. Would you rather lie all the time or always tell the truth?
Whoa, whoa,
Always
whoa.
tell
Before
the
we say
truth.
this, Nick, I have a question for you. We talked about this earlier, and I asked, they said that if you don't say anything, is that technically lying?
Yeah. Yeah. for
Okay,
sure.
ask
Okay,
me
so like
when- Well,
Like let's
okay.
just say, let's
here's
just
the
say,
scenario I was thinking.
hey, are you ugly? And then whenever, wait,
I
no, 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 no.
prefer not to say, oh, see,
Forget that. No. Hey, am I ugly? If you don't say anything, that means you're obviously lying. You
that's
have to
not,
Yeah,
say it
yeah.
straight up. Yes,
Yeah,
you
it's
are.
no, you can
or just lie and say no,
stop.
you're not.
Like,
No,
not-
but that's part of the debate. Would you rather lie forever, or would you rather always tell the truth? And that means you have to answer everything.
Okay, so like
you
this
can't
is
change
gonna
the
be
scenario now. Like, what compels you to talk forever? Like, see, people. There's definitely some studies where people lie a lot and like they're forced to lie, but like, literally, you can just not talk and just walk
no,
away.
but you can no, but like, you
That's
can,
all
but
you
like
gotta
still be
do.
admitting it. No, but like if someone says, "Hey," so if your mom says, "Hey, does this make me look fat?" and you just don't say anything, then the answer is obviously like that's gonna be implied yes.
What if you say I don't care and you honestly don't care about the question? Are you
Then that
lying?
means you don't care.
You're gonna
Then they're
get
gonna be
smacked.
hurt just as much. Yeah. they're
Okay,
gonna be
ask me
Yeah.
a question. Ask me any question right now.
hurt.
Julian, did you always have those glasses?
You know what? I don't care about that question. It doesn't
You're
matter
gonna
to
get
me.
beat up.
I
I
have
mean,
no.
it still hurts the person. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I don't care enough to answer. See, you're not
Okay.
lying.
Number
But
one, you're gonna
the
either make
reason
someone
why-
sad and not want to talk to you anymore, or they're gonna beat you up because of the answer.
No, but like you also look at me though. Look at me though. Like for the original question, not that thing. But like one of my greatest strengths and one of my biggest weaknesses is I'll always say what I'll think, and so it both backfires in the sense that like everyone hates me, but it
Yeah,
also
everyone does hate
like,
you, Nick.
yeah, but it's also good in the sense that like if someone actually needs something and they need a genuine opinion, they're always gonna be because they'll know I'll just say what I think and I'll be honest with them and open. So it's like it's a double-edged sword in that sense. But if you lie all the time, people are gonna think you're like even worse than like if you just only tell the truth. Because if you only tell the truth, at least you're being honest. At least you're like not hiding anything. But if you lie and someone says, "Hey, Nick, or am I ugly?" and you say, "No, man, you're really good looking," and then they go out and try and like ask out their like friend or something like that, and they'll be like, "Yeah, you bro, you're ugly as hell," and it's like, "Nick, why did you lie to me? You disgusting piece of poop." You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like I feel like telling the truth is better than telling the lie all the time. If we're like only doing one end or the other, you'd rather tell the truth all the time than tell a lie all the time. Like even though it might like screw you over in certain situations, in general it'd be better. That's my thought.
I'd probably go with the always say the truth because you can actually loop it towards you always saying the truth by being ignorant. Like if you don't know the answer, you can say, "Sorry, I don't know."
That's lying.
Yeah.
That's more
Oh
lying.
wait, yeah, that's lying.
That's more lying than what I was saying. Just say you don't care, and if you honestly don't care, then you're telling the truth. But if you did care about the scenario, then you have to answer. But like,
I think everyone didn't make a definitive answer except Nick, who said that he'd probably keep.
I would tell
saying
the truth forever because there's loopholes in it. Like,
No,
I
but you
can
can
just
loophole
staple
the
my
lying
mouth
one.
closed. I'm just
Yeah, I'd
No,
probably continue saying the truth.
No, you have to open your mouth and say the exact thing that you're thinking. So like obviously the
technically-
honestly I don't care thing that would be funny as hell because everyone knows you're telling the truth. It's like you
or
get
like I
asked
would
an
say,
algebra.
hey, shut up, I don't care. Why don't ask me this again?
Yeah, it's like
I mean-
imagine you get asked a math question by the teacher. It's like, Nick, can you solve this question? No, and I really don't care about this subject, honestly.
Or
Like,
someone's
imagine
like,
someone-
hey, can you help me? I was like, yeah, I can.
No.
Well, I hope you know.
I mean, there are some benefits to it. Like, let's just say what happened with Miss Downey in 10th grade. Whenever she's like, "Does my Zoom sessions help you?" and then none of us told, all of us said, "No, it doesn't help." It gave a message that you shouldn't be doing this anymore, and you should do something more beneficial.
She never
You know
did
what the
that
funniest
very
thing
good.
is? She still did it on. That was so funniest part.
I know.
She still did them. Oh man,
But she doesn't
that's
do this
hilarious.
year.
Nah, she doesn't do
Because
it.
everything's on a Zoom
Obviously,
call now anyway.
Yeah, there's Zoom, so she doesn't really need to.
Mhm.
yeah. So every single day is like their review day, bro.
They're all useless.
Wait, how long do we have on the recording?
I don't know. It's a Zoom recording. It just says recording.
It's been
All
less
right,
than an
dope.
hour.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Would you rather live forever? Well, yeah, that's it. Live forever or what?
Yes.
No. If you live
Yeah,
forever,
I
that
wouldn't
means
want to live
everyone-
forever. Like, just
Yeah, no.
I'm not
Okay,
talking about
yeah.
everyone. I'm just talking about you as an individual. Would you rather
Wait,
live forever or have
die
a
do you
normal
just live
life?
forever?
Wait, Julian, what?
Wait, do you die or do you just live forever? Like,
You
is
live
that like-
forever. I mean,
You live
like,
forever.
if you go into space without a helmet, what happens to you?
You'd
You're
be
still
technically, I guess you'd
You'll be killing. You'll be in
suffering
extreme
for all of
pain.
eternity, I guess.
Wouldn't you wouldn't be conscious though? You would just be frozen and passed out. So then you would just be you'd be a state of existence where you're not neither alive nor dead. So basically,
no,
you're
it's a
basically in a
coma.
coma in space, which is fine with me. That's basically the end of your life right there.
No, I think
I-
you'd be conscious, like you're in a coma.
Why would you be conscious though? Your brain can't function in below zero temperatures.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
he
that's
can.
true. It actually can't function. Like he's not
Without
buffing. I don't think
oxygen
it can.
or Sub-Zero
can.
temperature.
Okay, yeah, I got it. There are
Dude,
loopholes to it.
It was below zero last month.
What if
and
you
all
jump into the
survived.
sun?
No, it wasn't. It was 16 degrees.
No, it was zero, and it was in the
It
negative.
felt like zero because it's in Texas, but that doesn't mean it was
No,
actually
it was
zero.
actually. It was 16 degrees Celsius. It was below 0 Fahrenheit.
What's different? Like I could say 1,000 degrees. Like
Okay, Julian, let me put some limits on this. If you have no oxygen, you technically die, so yes. I'm talking about like you'd live forever in normal circumstances. Like if you just stay on Earth, you'd live forever. If you go
Yeah.
in space or drown yourself, you'd obviously die. So what I'm
but
saying
like-
is, would you rather live forever in normal circumstances without any of those loopholes, Julian, or
would I continue aging forever also, or I stay the same
No.
age?
you stay the same age?
Same age.
Yeah,
Okay.
you choose like your peak years. So like if you're like fit at like 28, then yeah, choose that year. If you're fit at like
No,
fit,
it's
choose
more
that
gonna
year.
be like whenever you got the immunity, like I guess immunity power, then that's the constant age you're gonna be forever.
Well, what happens if you
Yes.
get at like 99 and you're like a day away from dying? You're literally gonna be a day away from dying forever. I choose like you choose.
Okay, let's not go into the details. Let's just go to the question itself. Would you
Okay.
live forever or not?
No. No, because all my family members and friends would die, and then there's really no point of living.
You'd be the
You can make more
you'd
friends
be the
though.
most you'd be the richest and most famous person on Earth.
Here's my thoughts, right? Here's my thoughts, right? If I get to choose my age for like eternity within normal reasons, like obviously if I choose to jump off a cliff and then I die in normal circumstances, obviously I'm gonna die. But like I feel like you should be excluded from like things you can't control. So like if like a piano or something falls on you and tries to kill you or something, or like someone goes out of the way to kill you, you shouldn't die if you're immortal. But like if you do it intentionally, like Julian would, I know Julian would test the full powers of immortality within a second. So
Hey,
like I
guys,
feel like you should,
real quick, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
you know what I mean? Like I feel like Julian would like set aside a vacation just so he could jump up like a cliff from like 30,000 feet up in the air and say, "Hey, yo, guys, I'm immortal. I can live through this. Watch."
See, I probably wouldn't do that because I'm not a risk taker.
Yo,
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
point, man.
Okay,
Risk
I
taker.
probably wouldn't do. I wouldn't live forever because you'd be basically depressed. All your friends died and all your family members died. I'm surprised
anyone
how
you
people
cared for
like
died.
skips. I'm surprised how people like skips from regular show aren't like insane.
Because they made more friends though.
But you're still super depressed that all your other friends died.
Like,
So,
yeah, like
People
immortality.
die. It happens every day.
Look at Captain
Immortality
America.
sounds nice. Immortality sounds nice, like at first thought, but like the more and more you think about it, the worse and worse it becomes. That's my thoughts on it.
You'd
So
get
that's why I-
bored.
yeah, I wouldn't choose. Okay, so then let me ask you this: would you rather live 1,000 years and like age every like 100, right? So like the first 100 years you're 0 to 10, next 100 you're 10 to 20, next 100 you're like 20 to 30,
Basically, like
and so on.
1/10 of the aging speed.
Yeah, or you live 10 separate 100-year lives.
I guess I
And you
choose the
regenerate,
latter.
obviously.
I choose the
you
latter.
regenerate.
No.
That means that's basically like what's it called?
Incarnation, yes.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, but like you regenerate into your old body, so you just start over again.
Oh,
was really
jellyfish
interesting.
actually do that. Jellyfish,
what?
whenever they start to get old, they just shoot their brain in a different body and just live on.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Jellyfish.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I was like I don't
Yeah,
know any
people do
fish
that.
that's capable of shooting themselves in the head and regenerating just like that. Like, yo, I swear, starfish, dude, those things are basically immortal at this point in life. Dude, oh my goodness, those guys can lose their entire arms and just regrow themselves, and with like a different brain too.
Did you know the axolotls? They actually got decapitated axolotl head and put it on another axolotl head, and they grew into it, and now the axolotl had 2 heads.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, dude, those things. Why can't humans just like steal their DNA real quick and just like
Actually,
just be able
what-
to be
Um,
like imagine cutting off your own head and it'd be like, hey yo, I can regrow this thing. Watch, and then you
what-
regrow yourself.
what they have is stem cells. Stem cells can become any cell possible, but we don't have that. They I think what we have is osteocytes, which is bone cells, and from that it
We have
becomes
stem cells.
We don't
We
have
have
as
some, we
many
just don't
stem
have enough.
cells as axolotl. Axolotls can do incredible things. You can cut half your body
I
off
think
and
babies have a
regrow.
lot of stem cells.
No, but you know what? You know what needs to be happened? Did you guys ever watch The Amazing Spider-Man? Like the
Yes.
first one? We need to do what the guy with the green lizard did. Just infuse himself with that lizard DNA. Just start becoming axolotls. Oh man, that'd be, you know how funny that'd be? Just you see every person grow like a frill, everyone has a tail, and we're just chilling out. Yo, honestly though, I would kill to have that. Like suicide rates would go all the way to zero. Like you know that like racism would go all the way to zero if we all look exactly the same. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't that be against what people are talking about, like change, like be yourself? Wouldn't that like isn't that basically a dystopia, conformity?
What? No,
Okay.
it wouldn't be. Everyone's like immortal, basically. How would that be bad?
No, you say that everyone
Like, I see what
injects
you mean.
themselves with the same thingy so that
No,
everyone
everyone
can
has
be
like
the same.
no, like everyone's still like a different skin color, but everyone has a frill, everyone has a freaking tail, everyone has
Oh.
gills. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
I
was
know
just
what
like,
you mean.
then they'll
We
just do
wouldn't
the
all
same thing
literally
again.
become axolotls. We'd still be human, but like we just have axolotl features. So like if you roast someone for the skin, now they can roast you for your frill. You know what I mean? Like we're all basically the same at that point. It sounded better in my head. Okay, it's one of those. Okay, it's like one of those like you know whenever like I don't know if you guys ever had this. You ever have like a debate with yourself, and you'll like take two different sides at the same. I don't know if am I just being weird with this?
Have you ever
Yes.
gone to a mental hospital?
Me? No. Someone I know? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Oh yeah. We're too touchy.
Okay, I'm gonna close this Zoom and I'm gonna be making a new one since it's about to end.
I just want to say this is exactly what my podcast is better because you know if you guys want to hear some controversial topics, you know just follow Nick Hobbs, you know on YouTube. And,
We'll cut that out. We'll make sure to cut that out.
Oh my god, you're gonna cut out my own promotion.
2, 1. Okay, we're back. The next topic is
Which religion was right?
Wait,
Oh my god, no.
no, I've got a lot of
Who's better? Who's better, men or women?
I've got a lot of controversial topics, but I'm not sure if I should talk about it right now. You know what? Who cares? I'm just gonna say it. The blue monkey debate. Let's bring that up.
Okay, what's that? I actually
Okay.
don't know what that means.
Remember Tennessee?
Wait, you know what, Abdullah, you can explain.
Okay, in Tennessee, like right after the Civil War, there's these American teachers, and they're like, you know what? Let's teach evolution in our class, even though the Tennessee government said no evolution will be in class, and she did it anyway, and she got trial. And it was.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, Miss Selinger like barely went over this. Yeah, I remember this a
So
little bit.
basically, religion versus evolution.
I think that you should be allowed to teach whatever you want in schools within reason.
What's
Like
the
you shouldn't be
question?
allowed to teach. You shouldn't be allowed to teach like
And I just said
Nazis
it.
or something like that. You know what I mean?
I said evolution or religion.
Like what should be taught, or like what's this actual question?
Oh,
taught?
what should be taught in schools? Evolution or religion?
I think it depends on the school as much as it depends on the actual subject. And I think that in the case of public school, you should 100% be teaching like evolution stuff because it's a science class. Like you're not going to be basing religion, like science off like the Bible or something like that, or the Quran or whatever the hell else there is. You know what I mean?
Evolution is universal. If you're teaching Christian, like different religious beliefs, there's just not enough time. You gotta repeat all the
Yeah,
religions.
there is enough time. There's just gonna get overly complicated, and half the students are gonna drop because they hate the teacher or the subject. You know what I mean?
Actually,
Like if
we
it's a
learned
Catholic
about
school, then
religion in
fine.
9th grade. Remember? We learned about religion in 9th grade.
Yeah, but we didn't really
That was
like.
world geography, though. That wasn't evolution.
Yeah,
I mean, still, you guys said that teaching religion will become complex, all that stuff, but we learned about religion in 9th grade.
We
So
talked about some
if you're only
religions,
teaching,
some
if you're only
religions,
teaching,
barely any practices. We didn't actually study any of them.
yeah, like it's not like in this case you would have to teach like one perspective. Like you can't teach multiple perspectives. Like the teacher's obviously going to be biased and not really going to care about the other one subject as the other. Especially if it's in a Catholic school, like you're not really going to teach Muslim stuff in a Catholic school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
There's going to be one perspective or another. Like it's not going to be like a multitude of them like it was with that, or it's not going to be based off like a certain section. it's gonna be literally based on like what we want to teach, and that's like where I feel like if you're a religious school, fine, go ahead, do what you want. You know what I mean? So like Baylor or someplace like that where it's like notoriously like Catholic. What the hell is Julian doing? Anyhow, but like I feel like that place is fine, but like I don't know. I feel like if you're just gonna go for like just an actual public school, you have to do evolution because that's something that can be proven.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be bringing up my argument. I personally think that they shouldn't be.
What are you doing,
They
Julian?
should teach religion because not everyone agrees with evolution because like some Christian sects, which is like a Christian denomination, and so Muslims don't believe in evolution, so they shouldn't be teaching something that people aren't believing in.
sorry. Me and Julia just really messing
Hold on,
around.
just turn off the chat. Turn off the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
He means see, I can't even click it anymore. Oh, there you go. All right. No, my chat. No.
Okay.
Wait. Oh.
Did you guys hear what I said?
No. Oh. Yeah. Wait. I only
You guys
heard part
wrote
of it. I
50
was messing
messages.
around.
Oh
And...
my god.
Okay, basically what I said was this. Since some Christian denominations and Muslims don't believe in evolution, they shouldn't really be teaching that stuff in school, which means either you teach religion in school or you just don't teach anything anything like that in school.
What?
like-
That's so ridiculous. Like, then what if someone's against math then? Religious? That's stupid.
Yeah, because math is
Seriously, you have to
evolutionary.
think about it. You have to like bend things with reason. You can't just bend Captain America because he's a comic book hero. You know what I mean?
No,
You can't do
he
that kind of
loves
stuff.
nationalism, and
You
we
can't just ban Harry Potter because they're doing like dark magic and stuff.
But like, okay, but like when you're talking about like when Omar was talking about like Christian and Catholic schools don't believe in evolution, then like don't teach it. But like you can't just tell every school that's like, nah, we shouldn't teach evolution at all because that's something that can be proven. You can't unless you're like firmly in belief or you've had a like existential like existential like belief or something or experience or something like that. You can't prove the religion either. It's just belief. You know what I mean? Like you can't prove your belief. It's just your belief. You can prove evolution. Like we evolved from a different form. Like that's just naturally happened. Like even if you don't believe it, you can still prove it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, Julian, stop doing that. You're so
what is he doing?
annoying.
What is he doing?
He keeps raising his hand so that it switches everyone's.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Okay. Okay. Do you believe in evolution?
Yes. How can you not believe in evolution? It's evolution. It's literally
Okay,
we
Julian,
literally
ask
just
us to
covered a
stop.
whole unit on this in the AP Euro. How can
Uh,
we not believe in it?
Julian, do you
No, obviously
believe
we
in
didn't do
evolution?
social Darwinism.
I would
Like,
prefer not to
obviously-
say.
What do you mean?
I would
Yes,
prefer not to say.
Julian,
Okay,
do you
so
believe
Julian
you evolved
passes
from
it.
a monkey?
Okay, we're not gonna
Do you
force
believe you
anyone to
evolved
say
from a
anything.
monkey?
Okay,
You guys, you guys believe in
gonna say
evolution?
I firmly do not believe in evolution.
What about you
What the-
guys know?
We just covered a unit in this in AP Euro. How do you not believe it? We
Julian,
literally
ask him,
evolved
please
from a
stop.
monkey. We evolved from a monkey.
Okay,
No.
so where's Julian? Seriously, stop. We're debating.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
We're
I'm
on the
saying
debate,
that
Julian.
I think that the idea of evolution is kind of dumb because let's just say here's the monkey and here's the human. Where's the things in between? Why is
They
Why did
literally
evolu-
always show
wait,
the
let,
picture of
let,
how
let,
we
let
like
me just
turned
finish.
to flowers.
Why did evolution all of a sudden stop? Humans, monkeys. Where's the stuff in between? Why doesn't it just continue?
There is
It
stuff
still
between.
continues. Like literally, like our skin color is an evolution. I was born in a climate where it's like it's only like heat. You know, it's like there's very specific like skin color that like I would get sunburned. Whereas Julian was born and raised in the States, like he was in a controlled environment. I'm literally raised, literally like I'm like you know what I mean. Like skin color is an evolution. Like that's a mutation. That's why it's still going on. That's why you get albinos. Like that's literally an evolution to where it's like they have a gene, you know, to where it's like you'll raise them in a different section or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's a literal evolution. Like that, like evolution is literally like we literally all personify evolution. There's like no reason to not believe it.
I don't believe it.
Okay, okay, I can bring religion into this, but I'd rather not because
Okay, well here's the question: Do you believe? Do you not believe in evolution because of religion or because of your own personal belief?
Religion.
Because of
and-
religion and because it hasn't been 100% proven. That's why it's called the theory of evolution instead of the law of evolution, because it hasn't been proven yet. It's just
Well,
idea.
laws are meant to be broken too, so anything that's like written as a law can also be proven or like
And how do you
broken.
explain all the skeletons of different mammals who resemble human DNA?
Oh,
Just
okay.
because you
here.
re-
No. Let me explain. So I'm gonna bring religion into this because because that's my only defense here. So in religion, God created everything for a purpose. So basically, every single little animal, from the cockroach to a whale, has its own purpose, and that's why they're there.
I have a
I, mean,
question.
I personally don't see the purpose of fly,
Does any
other
religion
than to
cover,
die by my
Wait,
hand.
let's Julian talk.
does the
Oh, yes,
Muslim
sir.
religion cover dinosaurs?
No.
No.
So do you guys believe in dinosaurs?
Yes,
That's
because
stupid
they're
to say
still
dinosaurs don't exist. That's extremely stupid to say that.
I'm asking you, do they exist?
yes. I
they
mean,
do.
No,
the
people-
They evolved
okay.
in the
Wait,
bird.
No, birds evolved from
Guys,
dinosaurs.
everyone stop. Okay, everyone stop. Basically, I can't. Yes, dinosaurs. I believe in dinosaurs, but I can't say anything. I can't say anything more about it because, in Islam, it really never talked about it. Like, did the Bible talk about dinosaurs? I don't think so. It's not like
Yeah,
that.
they did it. They did actually.
They
Like
did?
very brief line.
the
They
New
mentioned the
Testament, you see?
dinosaurs.
In the New
Yeah,
Testament or
I
the
don't
Old
have a
Testament?
Bible on me, but I remember he said he created all the living things, including the birds in the sky, the dinosaurs on the land, and like the fish in the sea or something like that. There's like one line.
It's
where
like
they
very
mention-
minimum reference.
Yeah,
Is
it's like
this
in the
it?
book.
Wait,
It's in the
was
book
that in
of
the New
Genesis.
Testament or the Old Testament?
Book of Genesis. It's like completely different. It's the one that's like
Well, these say
Hard to
land
be stupid.
animals, which qualifies as dinosaurs.
Wait, they said
Oh.
did they say the word dinosaur?
I think it
Well,
was.
see, it's probably in a
like
different language. It wasn't in
It's
English at the time, so I don't know.
Okay, because
I don't speak
Yeah.
Latin or
they
Roman or
didn't
Greek.
know about dinosaurs back then. Back in before like
dinosaurs
archaeology was a thing, they didn't go
Yeah.
dig around and say, "Oh, look,
Honestly,
this is a
Back
weird
then, they
looking
probably
thing."
found more bones because there's not much buildup or decomposure of stuff.
But like
But
also, you have
dinosaurs
to
were
remember.
discovered
say-
in the 1850s, so
Can I say this really quick? Like, there's also different adaptations of the Bible as well. There's been multiple adaptations to
Different
where it's like,
sects also.
yeah, and it's like also like the first original Bible. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't mention dinosaurs because that's like a recent like we didn't even know what dinosaurs were until like the 1800s. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like since then, there's been like different variations to where you'll have the word dinosaur mentioned, or you'll have like the land creatures mentioned. It just depends on which version you get. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely versions that have like I don't know if I could find it right now, and I'll try and find it. I have like an action comic Bible because I'm so lazy and I will not read the Bible because I fall asleep every time, and so I make it to where like I'll read this comic Bible, and I'll have it to where it's like they'll just say. Like they'll show a picture of like the land animals and it'll be like dinosaurs since this came out like 2009, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like there's different variations of the Bible. Some acknowledge dinosaurs, others just say land creatures, and it's presumed dinosaurs because starter creation, yeah, like it's really stupid. That's the part of the like let me just say this before let you guys speak, but like the book of Genesis, half the time is complete and utter rubbish. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna like prance around the court. To me, it's complete and utter rubbish half the time because like some of them do acknowledge the dinosaurs, and it's like, do we really just skip the whole phase where fish walk on land somehow? Like, do we really skip that whole phase? Like, how does it go from like the dawn of like the Big Bang to like a millisecond? Now all of a sudden we have life on Earth. Like that
Also,
doesn't
what
really
about
make sense.
saber-toothed tigers and like the Ice Age?
Wait, okay, Julie, what do you want to say? You have your hand raised, both literally and virtually.
So, what's the difference between evolution and science? 'Cause
Okay,
doesn't
science.
science contradict religion? Like explaining.
No, basically
there's
what happened
Islamic
was,
science.
in Islam, the one of the main goals is to do research, to understand life, all that stuff. That's why in the golden age of Islam, they discovered how the eye works. They discovered how to do surgery. They understood how the eye works to where they could actually make a prototype of a predictor and stuff like that.
They literally
That's
created
so
algebra.
science and religion are together.
Whoa,
But-
whoa, whoa! I
but
thought Sir
wait.
Isaac Newton did algebra and calculus.
No, no.
I disagree with that.
Okay,
This is
it's
a
literally it's
That's why-
epic.
that's
It's
why the,
algebra. Okay, no, just stop.
Isaac
In
Newton.
Arabic, the guy who created was a Persian called El Jabbar.
What
and-
name? What year was this?
Huh?
What year was this?
The 8th, the 9th, and 10th century in between.
Okay, let me type in his. What's his name again? How you spell it?
No, just say who created algebra, and you'll find him instantly.
Who created algebra? Al Khwarizmi?
Jabbar?
No, it's Al Khwarizmi.
What's his last name?
Al Khwarizmi. Look
Okay,
it up.
Al is not his first name.
I'm
Just
just,
keep it
can I share my
like
screen real quick?
Mr.
Can
Huh?
you give me permission to share my screen?
Yes, I'm just so real.
Okay.
Just don't
Okay.
show your browser history.
I'm on my school laptop.
You didn't do that.
Don't show your browser history.
Okay, Al Khwarizmi.
Oh, Khawarizmi. Yeah.
You guys can't even pronounce the name? Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm
Yeah.
His
It's
name is
out
Muhammad,
question.
and then
messing.
I'm too tired to spell. There we go.
Who invented Galileo? Wait, wasn't he the useless one that you roasted in our Euro project?
Oh, yeah.
No, that was Newton. My bad.
okay, I'm gonna go
Okay,
back
the
to my
fourth-
original.
Okay, he was not born in the 4th century.
Wait.
You know, I'd want to go back in time and I want to punch that guy in the face whenever he's thinking about algebra. Did you guys ever see Deadpool 2?
No.
No.
Because the
Oh. There's a scene basically where he gets to go back in time, Ryan Reynolds, as like
And then
Deadpool.
he tries to shoot himself. Yes.
Yeah,
No,
I
he
would do
could
that
hit
to that
him.
guy. Like I would show him what he created
Hold up.
in the monster, and then I would just let him shoot himself in the head, just to prevent algebra from ever becoming a thing.
Okay,
I hated
Julian,
algebra.
just to prove one thing, say what are English letters called? No, English numbers called.
They're called numbers.
They're
Like-
Arabic numerals. That's what they are.
I thought they called it numeric system.
It's the Arabic numeric system. It's from the Arabs.
British vernacular.
Julian, click on that one.
This one.
No, the one under it.
That's Wikipedia.
The one under it are English numbers, Arabic.
Da 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 do do da 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 do do do.
So this is because let me show you an image. Julian, could you unshare your screen?
No, you don't have to do that. You can just share your screen.
Oh, by the way, guys, it's Pi Day. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
know if
Happy
um,
Pi Day.
Okay, so what were we talking about? Something about
Can we just skip
science
the
and
next
religion.
topic?
Let's just
Talk
get yeah.
about
Let's
Russell.
just get we got too far off topic. here.
Yeah, evolution. Let's go to the next topic. This is-
Okay.
Evolution was real. No, I'm just just start the debate again.
Okay.
I've had that happen.
Wait.
do you guys
if
support
we
the death
meet
sentence?
Aliens. How does religion cover that?
Aliens?
Wait, are we talking like immigrant aliens or like
No,
aliens?
like actual green aliens from space.
Okay,
Well,
we don't know.
if they're
There's
green. Are
no
you
such
just being
thing as green aliens from space, buddy.
What if there was though? There's
Oh
no
my
you being
god,
alienist?
no.
Are you being alienist, Julian? Are you
Okay,
being
so the
racist to
three-
aliens?
Okay, wait.
You know
so
what? Let's just
three-
move on. This is too complicated.
No, wait. You want? I'll answer the question right now if you want.
But we don't know. There's no aliens in space.
Dude, I'll tell you.
Well, there are. It's natural
So, okay,
science.
There's three.
Just let
creatures-
Abdullah answer. Just let Abdullah answer.
There's three
Okay.
creatures: the humans, angels, and jinn.
Wait, who's jinn?
The jinn are
Demons.
demons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, the demons are kind of like the aliens because they can go all over the universe until like a certain period. I'm not gonna go into that. But they're basically
Well, I can't go all over
Wait,
Arby's. Does that
so
make
if
me
we
an
had
alien?
alien
Because that's the known
visitors-
universe.
What would you
Okay,
think
so
of that?
this is basically what we believe in. This is basically what we believe in. The first species to settle Earth were the demons or the jinn. but then they became super greedy and basically started to ignore God and stuff to the point where God just wanted to erase them get rid of them from the earth and put a new organism, which is the humans. So he sent the angels to take them all out. And it was a big and bloody war. And then he basically cleaned the earth and then put humans on. And that's basically what happened.
So you erase the demons.
No, the demons are still here, but they just lost all their powers.
So then, what happens when you meet aliens? Then you haven't actually answered the question.
Technically, the demons are the aliens because they have the weirdest shapes. And if you're able to see them, which you can't, they're considered aliens.
But you see, okay, what two different alien species come about? Which one do you pick?
What?
Never mind. What are those like 50 billion alien species? Are they all demons?
I mean, we don't know because no one's proven aliens, so technically they don't exist.
Okay. Can we move on? It's too complicated.
I mean, I
All right,
can
hang
ask
on,
you
what
the
was the
same
question
question
you
to you,
originally asked?
Julian.
Was it the
We'll
death
go to a
sentence?
simpler question. Which one's better, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, or Rebels?
Wait,
Well,
Didn't
first
you
of
already
all,
ask this question?
first of all, this is a very important question. Nick, have you seen any of those two cartoons?
I've seen Clone Wars. I'm not familiar with the last season other than looking it up. Because
Okay,
I've been so far out of the loop that it's like I'm not gonna rewatch all of these. I pirated them once and I lost like the whole thing that I had. Hey, you'll cut that out in case like the FBI just comes knocking on my door, bro.
I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that.
all right.
Oh crap! Now the FBI is gonna come in. It's like, what are you doing pirating our films? This costs $3.99. Pay up, or have a life
Yeah, let
sentence.
me state my case for Rebels. Case number one. Let me disprove Clone Wars. Okay, Clone Wars doesn't really add anything. Like, sure, it does character development and creates these new characters or whatever. But like,
That's literally, hang on. You literally said
close-
it doesn't add anything, and then you just described of what it adds, which is new characters and character development.
let me finish. So shut up. It's a closed loop because you know their journey from the beginning to end. This is just basically the extra details in the middle. They don't really impact the story at all.
Yes,
Like,
they do.
They
They make
do.
you feel sad for Anakin.
What do you mean?
It
Like,
basically adds more character to the clones. So whenever it basically emphasizes the clone and Jedi relationship. So that whenever Order 66 rolls around, it really puts emphasis on how sad it really is. And Julian, wait.
I was talking
and-
first. You interrupted me.
No, and what happened was this. It also adds more depth into Anakin's story and how he turned into the dark side. One sec, he's some weird cringy guy that barely says some words to a girl, and then she falls in love with him, and then he becomes an angsty teenager, and then just kills everyone. But
Wait, let's
with the-
talk about that really quick. Like, he literally just said, "Hey, yo, do you want to go on a date?" And you know what she did? She married this dude, and she had a kid with him. Like, how high is this guy's pool game that all he can ask is like the girl out on a date, even though she's like 10 years older than him, and she still goes out and
She's
that's
5 years
all
old.
he gets married. You know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. This guy Anakin, he has some pool game right there. Like, we need to take tips from this guy. This guy has it figured out. He can shoot his shot and make it from like a full court line.
Just
That
use
is
his,
kind
of
just,
an
use,
original
just
point,
use his
though.
just use his dating lines. I don't like sand.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Oh my
Of
gosh,
course, it
yeah.
gets everywhere.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
Clone Wars couldn't really go anywhere. That's why they had to introduce new characters. Like the last season of Clone Wars isn't about Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's about these new characters.
Yeah,
They-
it would suck.
That's
Everyone
just
hated them.
that's just
What are you talking
because
about?
that's just you saw the what could have been with Star Wars: The Clone Wars. The only reason why it became like this is because Kathleen Kennedy was holding on Star Wars so tight that they couldn't do anything with it.
No, this is before.
No, this is exactly what happened.
No,
You're talking
The
about the last
first
season.
season of the Clone Wars were all George Lucas and Dave Filoni. Kathleen Kennedy had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it because Disney didn't sell.
The Ahsoka one was not what George Lucas or what's the other guy's name?
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni. That's not what they had in mind. Someone
Yeah.
made that up.
Clone Wars, the series finale was made all the way back in like 2014. Like they were completed. They were just super rough sketches. Like like the Bad Batch episodes. Those were just archive files. Like Nothing new has changed really. Like,
Okay, continue. And what's your case?
oh, it's a closed loop. Like, by the end of the Clone Wars, they focus on these new characters. That they don't focus on Obi-Wan or Anakin.
And why is Rebels so good?
And it's all new characters to get invested in. Like, you don't know how it plays out. It's just more. It's more of an interesting concept.
I understand. So what you're saying is that since Rebels takes place before Episode 4, that means they can have more interesting stories. But what you forget, but basically what you forget is that they use Clone Wars characters such as
No, I'm
Darth
saying-
Maul.
here's what I'm
Darth
saying.
Maul. They
No, no,
bring
no.
back Darth Maul, and you don't know how he came back unless you lost the Clone Wars.
No, see,
So
Darth Maul
Rex.
is a Clone Wars character.
they show
Because-
Rex as well.
Okay,
They
okay.
show Ahsoka. And then you say
Those
that
are
that
all
was
Clone Wars
that's-
characters. You're
then
proving my
you
point.
Julian,
Those are
Julian.
all new characters not continued in the movies. You just proved my point for me.
But then you
Rex,
say that those were the
Ahsoka,
best parts of the Star Wars Rebels because they brought back Star Wars Clone Wars characters.
But you just proved my point for me, Omar. Guy, I was talking about Obi-Wan and Anakin. Their story is done. It's told throughout the movies. That's why they heavily invested in Maul, Ahsoka, Rex, the clones. All those stories that aren't really shined in the movies are focused on in Clone Wars. But it's very limited because they have to stay with the canon. But with Rebels, they can do new, interesting stuff, spread the lore, increase like the Star Wars universe. They're not limited to the movies. And what you just mentioned right there proves that Rebels is a superior show because they brought in the characters they already established.
Technically, no, because
Yeah,
they did a whole bunch
Rex,
of things that never
Rod
happened
Wolverine.
before. They explained a whole bunch of things like how the inhibitor chips were placed in them to make them do Order 66. And there are books before Episode 1, such as Jedi Count Dooku Jedi Lost and Master and Apprentice, where they basically
Hey, books don't count. We're
make
strictly limiting our stuff between Clone Wars or Rebels.
But no, I'm
That's it.
giving you examples on how Clone Wars isn't limited. It literally expands on what the Clone Wars was. When Obi-Wan first stated, your father fought with me in the Clone Wars, we didn't know what it was until we saw Star Wars The Clone Wars.
No, until we saw Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith.
No, but
Clone
we
Wars-
don't know exactly what happened. We don't know what events led to this 3-period war.
They're
There's a
on
huge time
Geonosis.
skip.
They cloned an army. Droids fought. We see most
Aren't
of
you a war person? Shouldn't you like the Clone Wars since like it literally goes into
Okay,
the
here's my
models
biggest
that they
problem with Clone
use and
Wars,
stuff?
Okay, my biggest problem with the Clone Wars is that I love Clone Wars. I love Anakin, but I just feel sad all the time because he doesn't get the happy ending. You know,
That's
it
the
all fall-
point.
you
That's
all
the
fall-
point. You're
it all
supposed to
falls
see his
apart.
development.
See, Rebels is just more interesting.
Rebels, none of them get the
That's what
happy
you go
ending
with.
for
You
you.
just go with
Plus, all you mentioned Rex, Ahsoka, and Maul and Clone. Those are all. You kind of prove my point that Rebels has more room to grow.
But the only reason why Rebels is good is because they use Clone Wars characters. The relationship between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul isn't fully explored in Episode 1 until you see Star Wars: The
Because he
Clone.
died. There was no relationship in the original trilogy. They made that relationship in Clone Wars a new concept not established in the movies. Again, proving
Wait, what are you talking about?
you just said the relationship between Maul and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but you said that in the original trilogy, there's a relationship. What
There's
relationship?
not a relationship. They built it up in the TV show outside the movies.
And what's the
Really?
relationship that you're talking about?
There's
Between
not
who?
a relationship. And they built one in the Clone Wars. Like hated rivals, that's the relationship.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Guys,
Okay,
I
I
just
got
want
you.
to-
I got you. Yeah.
I just want to point this out. There's a movie that's coming out called Sharks of the Corn. You know the children of the corn? Yeah, just replace the creatures with sharks. That's what we're dealing with here. That's our Sharknado view. Anyhow, sorry, I didn't want to. Me personally, I would go Clone Wars, for the sense that was just what I grew up with. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up with Rebels. I didn't go out of my way to watch Rebels. I watched like in episode 2. It's okay. You know, I don't really remember much, but it's like it wasn't to the point where I was like, yes, oh crap, gotta watch it. You know what I mean? It was to the point where it's like Clone Wars. I was fully invested the first few seasons. You know what I mean? Like even up until the end, like I was fully. I was like, this is the show. This is what I get up at like 7 a.m. to pirate it in the morning. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like it was worth it. You know, it was worth the experience, and I have more attachment, me personally, to that. Now, I will say though, I wish they had changed the order from 66 to 69. Do you know how funny Star Wars would have been? So much more funny that would have been if instead of Order
Hey,
66.
just cut him off,
order-
Omar. To beat him.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna kick you out.
Bruh.
Anyway, so basically, I think that Star Wars Rebels is much more depressing and too realistic compared to Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Unbelievable.
Although Star Wars: The Clone Wars is a war show, they were heavily, I guess, making it not too depressing because literally Kanan dies and gets blinded. Ezra basically sacrifices his life, and I think Ahsoka sacrificed her life
Clone
too.
Wars is so much darker and depressing.
No, it wasn't.
When Rex shoots at Ahsoka, that's just so sad.
But that's new. They just added it. I'm talking about the original Clone Wars.
Oh, what
The
if-
Clone Wars.
Fine. How about when Ahsoka leaves the Order? How about Yoda finding out Order 66 happens and he just becomes a depressed old man?
Yeah, but the thing is that those aren't sure
Fine,
it's depressing, but it's not to the point
Echo
where it's like
dying.
it's not to the point where it's like a realistic. You know what I mean? Like depression, that's like a smaller depression compared to Rebels because like
shouldn't-
literally Gregor
Okay,
dies.
Omar.
Didn't that make Rebels more than it makes you feel more? Isn't
Omar.
that
That's the
How about-
reason I hate it.
Okay, how about the father? The father having to deal with his daughter dying and his
he
son.
didn't kill his
being
son,
involved?
man? That's super dark and sad.
I like this. It's a pretty cool episode.
Okay, guys. We have like 9 minutes, so we'll
Let's
wrap
wrap
it
this
now.
up. Let's wrap this
No,
up.
no.
Yeah, let's just finish this up and be done. Cause I'm gonna be tired and be done.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So-
Julian's done normal. He goes to bed at 9.
No, just turn off the recording.
Okay.
Marco. Turn off the recording.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, that's the end of today's episode. I'm not sure if we're gonna be making another one. Probably we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to Nick's channel. Although he wasn't that big of a contribution to this one, you can still
Don't
subscribe to
subscribe.
that and see whatever he
Leave us
does.
all negative comments. Give us thumbs down.
And subscribe to our social media
Type
accounts.
in if you believe in evolution. And which religion
Yeah,
was
the
right.
people imagine them roasting you for the evolution. You know how funny? Like everyone just unsubscribes the second they hear the words evolution was not real or something like
I'm
that.
gonna put something like over here saying this is a controversial subject. You shouldn't. If you want to skip it, skip it. You know what I
No,
mean?
just put it in the description. Just put it in. It's like there's some controversial. If you hate it, you hate it. If you like it, you like it. You know, give us feedback. That's all I.
I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm not trying to shrink it because I'm gonna talk about controversial topics. Anyway,
Dude, no, people tune in because it's controversial. You know, like you're more likely. It's like, oh, let's hear what they have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, subscribe to our channel, follow our social media accounts, and have a
Don't
nice
follow
day.
them.
See ya.